returns came out of this idea of it's not necessarily a sale until the customer decides to keep it. And so we started looking at the world of data from a different perspective. It's actually extraordinarily surprising how much of a business impact you can have by doing something with a little bit of data, doing it right, paying attention to it and actually taking action on it. So the return rates for e-commerce in the UK for fashion can be as high as 30 to 40%. Once you get into Germany for women's fashion, it's in the 60 to 70% mark. But even things like electronics, the return rates are lower, like about 10%, but the value of that is enormous to a retailer, particularly for things like electronics, because those goods can't go back on sale, not at full price anyway. One of the key things that we do is we score products on their likelihood to return. There are a few products that are toxic products. That means that they are so likely to return that not only do they become very costly in their own right, they infect everything else in the basket. Once a customer has got to return something in their order, they may as well return the whole lot. The bigger impact of returns is not necessarily costs, it's lost lifetime customer value. And that's something that with the right data you can start to predict through.
Our customers tend to have very large data sets. We predominantly work with retailers, and we will take sales and returns records typically stretching back a couple of years. In some cases this is literally millions of records, others, smaller retailers, it'll be less than that. But that puts considerable demands on us to be able to process that data quickly and to understand it.
This is very much a predictive analytics piece. We pull data in from the retailer's e-commerce or store-based systems, so things like WebSphere, Sterling Order Management, and then we process that all on our cloud-based platform. We do a lot of algorithm work, modelling work, and we create these scores that are fed back to the retailer.
We found IBM Predictive Analytics to be a great help for our business. It's something we use all of the time, and it enables us to get to the answers a lot more quickly than using other traditional methods. There was a lovely good grief moment that we had fairly recently. We were starting to engage with the customer, and we'd got to the stage where we were sending test data across. It was real data, but it was to test that the service was capable of talking to each other. What we didn't know was that they were already using that data. They had identified a problem and spotted £150,000 worth of savings already from a service that hadn't even gone live. The people at IBM have enabled us to focus our vision. They've helped us along the way, and I dare say helped us to see the bigger picture when sometimes the temptation as a startup is to concentrate on the challenge that's immediately in front of you.
You can have the biggest systems in the entire world, you can be trying to do everything with big data, and if you don't take an action, it's meaningless.